TikTok like that.
Burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live. It's going down, baby. Burning through ashes, trying to make common sense.
Burn live, burn live, burn live, burn, 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 burn. Before we burn through conversation, I'm gonna ask y'all some common sense. How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Hey y'all, we on Book Faith, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, X. Come on now, we growing their platforms around this brother. But shout out to Instagram for joining us. I appreciate y'all joining us. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. I really not kind of slow down going on here because y'all only get an hour of a show, and I was just like, I don't know. I just hate teasing y'all with just an hour of a show because you know what I'm saying. The second half of my show is always it always go down. You know, you always get the juicy, and y'all be missing it. But you know, it is what it is. I got the Vice community in the building, Piggy's in the building. I got Money Demon in the building. How you gentlemen doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, y'all. We ain't gonna waste too much time because, hey, you know, if y'all missed the last episode, please go check it out. You know, houses blew up, people lost thumbs. You know, so go thumb up that video. If you will, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It was very exclusive. What? I think that's a proper thing. Today we're gonna discuss this very, very controversial. And I got this up here twice. Oh, if I got the right one. Okay. Controversially in the seas. I know we've been hearing a bunch of things about boats and stuff like this. So therefore, now that we having this so-called other problem with Venezuela with drug trafficking and stuff like that, we now know that a boat has been seized, and we want to kind of get into this and see where this is taking us. And let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get deep. Let's get deep.
4 hours after U.S. forces seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Tonight, the Trump administration says it has sanctioned 6 more tankers. Are they planning to seize even more? And President Trump saying just moments ago when talking about the strikes on alleged drug boats that, quote, it's going to be starting on land pretty soon. Here's Martha Raddatz.
Tonight, extraordinary new images released of the seizure of the oil tanker Skipper off the Venezuelan coast, with more seizures possible. The U.S. now sanctioning 6 additional tankers they claim are carrying oil from Venezuela.
We're not going to stand by and watch sanctioned vessels sail the seas with black market oil.
An elite Coast Guard tactical operations unit rappelling onto the deck of the tanker from U.S. Navy helicopters, with guns drawn, spreading out to clear and search the tanker. Sources telling us there was no resistance from the crew and no injuries. Officials say that tanker was transporting sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran as part of an illicit oil shipping network supporting foreign terrorist organizations and is now being guided to a U.S. port.
The United States currently has a full investigative team on the ground on the vessel, and individuals on board the vessel are being interviewed.
The Navy helicopters which swarmed the tanker and ferried the Coast Guard unit took off from the aircraft carrier USS Gerald Ford in the Caribbean, part of the massive buildup of U.S. forces, some 15,000 now in the region. And David, all of this is meant to pressure Venezuela's President Maduro, who is calling the seizure of the tanker an act of international piracy. But those seizures, like the boat strikes, are likely to continue, with President Trump, as you said, saying just moments ago that strikes on land are going to be starting pretty soon. David?
Martha Raddatz on this all week long for us. Martha, thank you.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account.
Riverside, that's where I was born.
For real?
Riverside, California.
Okay, Riverside, California?
Yeah.
Say that again?
I said, what happened? You stopped.
That was the end of it. I got another one. I'm gonna play one more before we discuss. I thought I'm gonna bring up a couple of other videos about it, news coverage of it.
Maduro and Vladimir Putin, with the Russian leader assuring Mr. Maduro of Moscow's support for his government in the face of pressure from the United States. That phone call happening as Venezuela accused the United States of international piracy after U.S. troops seized an oil tanker off the country's coast. Washington says the vessel was transporting sanctioned oil from Venezuela to Iran and that the revenues from the cargo were supporting foreign terrorist groups. It marks a further escalation between the two countries, which has seen the U.S. conduct more than 20 strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats in the region in recent months, killing at least 80 people. BBC Verify has been examining the ship's history and accusations that it's been hiding its location. Our correspondent, Merlin Thomas, has this report.
The Trump administration posted this video of the seizure of the skipper off the coast of Venezuela on Wednesday. In the video, we can see troops descending down onto the deck of the vessel from helicopters. The US said it had been sanctioned due to its involvement in an illicit oil shipping network supporting foreign terrorist organizations. Now, this all comes amid intense speculations about what the US's increasing military presence in the Caribbean means for Venezuela. Now, we've confirmed that this oil tanker in the video is the skipper because we can see the letters and numbers visible in the footage match reference imagery of the vessel itself. So what do we know about this ship? The vessel has been accused of hiding its location. For example, this is a satellite image of the vessel, which experts have identified as the skipper at Jose Terminal, Venezuela, from the 18th of November. But the skipper's last declared its position, according to marine traffic data, on the 7th of November, nowhere near a port and miles off the coast of Guyana. Maritime analyst Kepler told us market reports indicate that the tanker loaded at least 1.1 million barrels of oil at Jose Terminal by the November 16th, with Cuba listed as the destination. Now, Venezuela has accused the US of theft and international piracy, and has previously said it believes the US is actually trying to depose its president, Nicolas Maduro. Now, the US has deployed thousands of troops, jets, and warships like these to the Caribbean, alongside a wave of US strikes against boats, in an operation Washington says is to combat drug trafficking. But the seizure of this tanker is the first sign that the US might be moving into a different stage of their operation, now going after Venezuelan oil.
Merlin Thomas reporting. The White House press secretary has also been asked about the seizure of the tanker.
Are we thinking that they're not moving oil? We think they're moving terrorist attributes, because that's what Trump's been like targeting these last few weeks is terrorists, things that he feels things that terrorize America's interest. Everybody thinks, you know what I'm saying, when they hear terrorists, they just think of one side, but anything that jeopardizes our interests, he seems to be putting his foot in and stuff like this. And then this oil tanker right here, because I heard somebody say like, what should he do that he seized it? He should, I don't know, keep it, give it back. These guys are
They
known
seize
for
it, or
being.
did they
Yeah,
blow
they
it up?
seized. They seized it. They ain't no. You ain't gonna blow up no money like that. I hope not.
Yeah.
And why it happened.
There's a creative side hustle almost nobody is talking about, and it's not content creation, being a YouTuber or a streamer or freelancing.
There are two things that are very important to this administration. Number one, stopping the flow of illegal drugs into the United States of America, which we know has killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. The president promised on the campaign trail that he would demolish the foreign terrorist organizations and drug cartels around the world, especially right here in our own hemisphere. And you have seen that he is delivering on that promise. With respect to the oil and what happened yesterday, the Department of Justice requested and was approved for a warrant to seize a vessel because it's a sanctioned shadow vessel known for carrying black market sanctioned oil to the IRGC, which you know is a sanctioned entity. So the president is committed to stopping the illegal flow of drugs into our country. He's also fully committed to effectuating this administration's sanction policy. And that's what you saw and the world saw take place yesterday.
Okay, let's go live to Washington and talk to our North America correspondent, Nomia Iqbal. And Nomia, we've just heard in the last few minutes about more U.S. sanctions on Venezuela. What can you tell us about those?
That's right. So this has been announced by the U.S. Treasury in the last few moments, and they have added 3 of Nicolas Maduro's nephews, and this is the Office of Foreign Assets Control sanctions list. There was a sense that this was coming. They've been announced by the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, and it's the latest aspect, basically, of Donald Trump's pressure campaign on the Venezuelan leader. He's accused the administration of leading this narco-trafficking terrorist organization. And this, just to tell you exactly who
Just a quick question, y'all. What do y'all define a strong president versus a weak president?
Someone that could actually accomplish it.
And that is what, a strong or a weak? I don't mean like.
You asked me what do I think a strong president is, and I think is someone that could actually accomplish things.
What about you, big dog?
I think if you can accomplish it, that you can make sure that everything is not wrong but right.
Okay.
they are. It's Efrain Campo Flores and his cousins Francisco Flores de Freitas and Carlos Flores. They're all related to the Venezuelan president through his wife. And so, yes, they've been listed under this executive order, which targets foreigners involved in the illegal drug trade, according to the US.
And Nomia, is it your sense at the moment, and of course there's lots of speculation about how far the US might be prepared to go militarily, but is it your sense that at the moment, really this action from the US is about further increasing pressure on Nicolas Maduro to step down?
Yes, I think it's very much a pressure campaign. And Mr. Trump has said that himself, that he wants Mr. Maduro to resign, to step down. Mr. Maduro has resisted that. Having said that, there's also conflicting views out there. There are those critics, I guess, who would say that this is about the Trump administration trying to change regime change in Venezuela. The Trump administration also, to be honest, is quite confusing sometimes in terms of its objectives. It also says that It's about trying to stop the illegal flow of drugs into the US. But, as we know, these strikes on on ships in the Caribbean Sea have been going on for some time now. Now, whether or not this all actually ends up with land strikes, who knows? It's pretty unpredictable at the moment, but it's worth remembering that the US can strike Venezuela in many ways that does not involve actual invasion, involve troops on the ground. But let's just say they do strike Venezuela by air, by sea, on land. I mean, the consequences of that would be huge, not just in Venezuela itself and what that could result in, but also even here in the US, there isn't really much appetite, certainly amongst the American public, for that kind of intervention, the sort of intervention that, of course, President Trump had long campaigned against.
Okay, Nomia, thank you very much. Nomia Iqbal in Washington.
Boy. This is going to give the Democratic Party the ammo to say, oh, look, Trump is going to start World War III. I told you. Oh, my God, I told you, people. Y'all didn't believe me. And oh, my God. OMG. Am I finna hear the bullshit behind that? Oh, I'm finna hear the bullshit. I can hear it. I can't wait to TikTok. I can't wait to TikTok. Look at your boy. He's taking oil. And I'm gonna have to remind people, I'm like, they took oil from us during the Biden administration. Pirates were taking oil just like that. We don't know who them guys were. We didn't get that oil back. There was no investigation. They were literally taking oil from us easily. Jump ship. What they call it? Jump ship, motherfucker. I'm just keeping it real, but you're not gonna hear those arguments. And when you make those arguments like that, you're gonna hear somebody cut it. Well, what about you? No. Let me cook. Oh my God! I wish I could have recorded this dude cooking today. He was cooking, and girl wouldn't let the dude cook. But you know what I'm saying? I'm getting off subject. Like I said, when it comes to these ships and stuff like that, and what's going on, they took ships from us, seizing us for the last 4 years. Not like they were taking like every day, all day, but they was seizing ships during the Biden administration, punking us.
So Biden old, I mean, Trump old too, but he knows his. He knows assets. I mean, some things that I don't agree with Trump doing, but some things, you know what I'm saying, he do most president stuff than other ones wouldn't do.
Reason
Can you
he's
hear him?
interested in Venezuela, the main reason the US is kind of looking.
I heard
Hold
him a
on,
little
Brent.
bit.
I can't hear anything you guys are saying. Let's see. Do I have? You know what? Is it this?
Okay, Larry, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I
y'all
can
see
hear
the-
you guys now. Okay.
Do y'all see the viewership? Y'all see how many people up in here?
Yeah.
Congratulations. I appreciate you. I thank y'all for that, you know. This is Sky News. This is their report about what's going on and what they think of the reason why this is happening. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. You see this? This would be a good thumbnail. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be a good thumbnail.
get tankers off the coast of Venezuela comes back to drugs, the trade, the smuggling of illegal drugs out of Venezuela. But what if it's not just that? Maybe there's something else going on. What if it's partly about oil? Now, on the surface, you might be thinking, why does America even need Venezuelan oil? And I can kind of understand your point, because if you look at just total oil production, look, this is up until 2005, the US was there, Venezuela was there, Saudi Arabia was there. But as you probably know, since then, everything has changed. Look, American output has gone through the roof, way above Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela has gone basically to the floor. And that's kind of post-Chavez, Maduro. They're one of the minnows now, and I think 21st biggest producer in the world. So again, that question, why should America care? Well, in the US, that big rise is largely down to this. It's down to the shale revolution. So you've got fracking all around the US producing extraordinary amounts of crude oil. And
that's the same thing that Kamala, whatever. I'm not. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that part. But that's what she was saying that she was against, was the fracking over here in America. So for another country
What
to be
is fracking?
What is fracking? Ain't
Yeah.
that a type of oil? If I'm not mistaken, let's look that up. That's a good question. Hold on. Definition of fracking.
Hydraulic fracturing is a well stimulation technique used to extract oil and natural gas from deep underground rock formations, particularly from shale and other low permeability tight rock. How fracking works. The core process involves injecting a high-pressure fluid mixture into a drilled wellbore to create or widen existing fractures in the rock, allowing the trapped hydrocarbons, oil and gas, to flow to the surface. The typical steps in the hydraulic fracturing process are 1. Drilling. A wellbore is drilled vertically deep into the earth, often for a mile or more, and then typically turns horizontally.
So it's the type, it's the style of drilling.
Okay. So she was anti drilling for oil.
And so by that definition, she was anti that style of drilling for oil. Because there, you know what I'm saying? If there's another way, because I'm assuming there's got to be multiple ways of drilling for oil. Fracking. Okay, hold on. That's a follow-up question. How many different styles are there of drilling for oil?
Are you asking ChatGPT?
Drilling for oil, but the techniques can generally be broken down into 3 primary drilling approaches based on the path the wellbore takes, and 2 historical/mechanical methods. The modern industry primarily relies on advanced variations of rotary drilling. 1. Primary well path approaches. Modern techniques. These 3 techniques are the most commonly used today, often using rotary drilling technology. A. Vertical drilling. Conventional. What it is. The most traditional and simplest style, where the wellbore is drilled straight down vertically from the surface to the oil or gas reservoir.
Okay, so I thought we were going to just name out. So basically, there's 3 different styles of oil drilling.
Okay.
Oil pumping, fracking, and machinery drill mineral. So, but
Okay.
yet again, I do remember a lot of fracking. A lot of people said against fracking. If not saying that I know, but lightly hearing that it's the breaking of earth up the concrete of earth, and so they thinking when you're breaking up earth, that starts earthquakes and stuff like that.
Well, I don't think that's what they think it is. I think it has more to do with environmental hazards.
Yet again,
That
all
is
that stuff.
when people dig when they ain't supposed to be digging.
But yet again, they still think all that stuff has stuff to do with what's the word? Global warming.
Yeah.
And
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but global fracking does oddly fall under global warming because
Yeah.
they saying the effects of us digging that way affects the earth and how it produces. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me
I
on this.
mean,
Don't fact check me on
this is
it.
true. That's true, but also I think that there's other reasons why people would be against fracking, like say like the oil rigs off of like the coasts, right? And how much that has damaged the environment. Like what the coast of Mexico or the coast of America, whatever it's called now. Like that's been fucked up from oil drilling out there in the ocean, right? Uh like I see why people would be against oil drilling because it does cause a lot of harm to the environment. Like aside from even the CO2 emissions, I think the CO2 emissions is the last thing you would be worried about with the oil fracking. But I don't know. I'm also not too
Here's
knowledgeable
where we get
about it, so
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
the interesting bit. Because when you're thinking about crude oil, maybe you're just thinking about, well, look, barrels of oil. It's all the same, isn't it? Well, actually, no. So if you kind of look at crude oil, there are various different types of crude in different parts of the world. There's actually kind of various different ways you can categorize it. But one way you can look at it is look at the kind of density. So you're basically looking at how thick that crude is. And when I say thick, I mean literally how thick. This is showing you global production broken down.
I need that.
What?
I need that hit. I need that thick oil, baby. I need that. I need. Oh boy, I need that thick shit that stick to your motherfucking ribs, baby. Make that fish jump back out. Let me stop. I know all that shit was corny what I said, but it just I ain't trying to be. It's the thickness. It's the real thickness. You gotta, baby. Which I get
We
it.
need
You know,
to.
different thickness of oil around around the world. You know, the thicker the better. The more it can produce, the more you can split it up. You know what I'm saying? Not to say like the drug game, but almost like the drug game. Fuck it, I'm just saying, just like the drug game. If I could take oil and make 6 barrels out of you know what I'm saying what I pull, but my stuff is so thick to where I can make 6 into 12 because it's so thick. Hey man, chop that up, man. Add a little, add a little whatever to it, you know what I'm saying, to double your profits and stuff like that. You
A
know, for
little
people
water.
that I didn't want to
or use
say
ethanol.
it. I didn't want he said
Hey,
add a
I'm
little
gonna
water.
say, add a little water, goddamn me, you'll be all right.
I mean, that's basically what they do with ethanol. They take ethanol from corn. That's why Iowa makes so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Just a lot of people don't think about that though.
All
Mhm.
right. We thought about it for him. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Down by the density of that oil. And so you've got the kind of medium stuff. And this is probably, if you've got kind of image in your mind of what crude oil looks like, it's a bit like this, it's kind of black, but it's not too viscous, it
Oh
flows
shit!
around.
Hold on. I'm
But there's
tripping.
other stuff as well.
Is it up here?
What?
The video. Man, look,
Yeah,
I'm up here.
let's do
I up here switch so many things. Let me stop playing around with this damn thing.
Oh, so this is light crude. And it kind of almost looks like a smoothie, doesn't it? And that's the same stuff. This is still crude oil, but down to the kind of geological and the biological conditions in the ground when it was being formed, hundreds of millions of years ago, it comes out looking a bit different. And so that's.
You trying to tell me that's what oil looked like before it turned black and green?
Mm-hmm. It's
See,
green
when I see
before.
stuff like
Gas
like
is
that makes me
usually
almost
green.
want to. Huh?
Have you ever seen gas? Gas usually green.
Yeah.
I really ain't looking at gas, but I get it. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're thinking of like engine oil.
No, I'm like I said, I don't look at gas every day. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no, it's not green, but that green right there, that's spinach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's pop
Hold
out.
on. Hold on. Let me do this right quick. I'm sorry. Let me do this right quick. Okay, I'm tripping. All right, there we go. Okay, that's spinach. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, put that in your tank. I think we going somewhere. Like, I want to see. I want that green in my car, like that green in my lungs. I'm just, sorry for getting off topic.
That ain't getting off topic. That's right.
I'm just saying. I hope people are learning something. Like, I might need to talk to Ishmash. Gosh, hey, what's up? I need that green.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't need this brown green looking. Look, I need my gas looking like this in my tank. I'm in Nevada.
Well,
I should be able to go to California. Go ahead.
Some of the lights on your dash is green.
I look at that, and I hope I'm not over exaggerating, but I feel like if my gas looked that green in my car, I can get to Los Angeles and back to Las Vegas, one fill up.
What is that called? Castor oil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you can put.
the light level. You see, you got the
Yeah,
heavy. You talking about the light? That's what it looks before. You know what I'm saying? Before before it's been sitting years.
yeah.
Like, I need that.
You can put that in your tank, and you can ride off of that for a minute.
Like, I think that'll get you to the moon.
To get you to the moon and back.
I need that in my tank. I need to talk to somebody.
Light. You've also got heavy stuff, and it's kind of relatively small in global production.
Never mind. Look at that, dog. Who like?
What the hell? That look like doo-doo tape. That's doo-doo tape.
But this is gloopy, super viscous stuff, heavy oil. So heavy, medium, light. Remember that. And remember also the key thing here is you get it out of the ground, it may look like that, but ultimately you still need it to go into, someone's car, or indeed, be turned into chemicals. Basically, you need to process it. And that processing, that happens in places like this, in refineries. And there are refineries all over the world, of course. There are refineries all over the US as well. There's kind of more than 100 of them. And if we kind of look at where those refineries are, well, so there's some in California. So the history in America, actually, historically, a lot of the early Californian oil, that was the heavy, gloopy stuff. And if you look at kind of some of the refineries in America, so here are some of the refineries. There's one in LA there. These are the 10 biggest. You've got some up here around kind of towards Canada. That we'll kind of come to that in a second. But a lot of them are down there, kind of Texas, Louisiana, on the coast. And here's the critical thing. These refineries are primarily set up for heavy oil, for taking that gloopy stuff and turning it into gasoline and all of the other different products. But here's where things get interesting. And remember that chart I showed you a moment ago, the one which showed kind of shale oil and how it kind of went through the roof? The oil that's generally produced with shale oil, the fracking oil, that comes out of the ground mostly in the light form. So it's the smoothie. It's sometimes actually even clear. It comes out of the ground clear rather than black. And that's the majority of American production right now. Shale oil.
I mean, that just sounds good. I don't know about y'all, but he said that. He says sometimes it comes out clear. Boy, it sounds better than that poopy heavy stuff where they adding water. Get back to the green. Like, I need my stuff dark green. Like, what's that other stuff they put in the car that's dark green? The radiator fluid. Am I saying? I know people are laughing at me like, this dumbass dude don't know what goes in cars. Like, nope, I don't.
You say radiator fluid? No. Yeah, it is. It's radiator fluid.
That's like
It's
real
green.
green. That's green.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
green.
I know something like that.
That's what your car ran off of too. You need that in your car. You can have that and water with it. You mix that with water.
So, Money Demon, if we need all this green stuff in our car, we definitely need green stuff in our lungs.
Look, I'm being pink can.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now.
Oil tends to be light stuff. And actually, that's
what I
kind
mean
of
by
going back
lungs
10
too.
years. Look at where we are now. Look at those bars.
Say that one more time.
I say this is what I'm eating right now, so I need that grain in my lungs too. That's good for you.
Yeah, I can't eat those because then once I start on those, then I don't stop. And yeah.
I know I'm trying to stop, but I can't stop. These motherfuckers so good.
See, yeah. I ain't got time for it.
In the last few years,
waking up out your sleep looking for cashews.
Hell yeah. I like to eat them without the shell on top of it.
The amount of light oil being produced in the US has gone up and up and up, and the amount of kind of heavy stuff has gone down. But back to those refineries. They need to be fed. If America's going to have gasoline, it needs to feed those refineries with heavy oil. So if you look at the kind of imports coming into America in recent years, even though America is producing so much oil, more oil than it ever produced before, it still needs to suck in loads of oil from overseas. And the type of oil we're talking about, it used to be, it's mostly heavy crude. It used to be only 12%. So only 12% of imports were heavy, gloopy crude. Now, it's about 70%. So 70% of the oil coming into America, which it needs to basically keep its economy going, is heavy crude. And where does heavy crude come from? Well, here are some of the big countries where you find most of it. It's Canada and Venezuela. There's one other I'll come to in a second, which we'll come back to. But it's Canada and it's Venezuela where you get most of this heavy crude oil, which is why, about to think about where those refineries are, they're mostly set up kind of, you've got some in the north there to get the heavy oil coming out of Canada, and you've got some around the kind of Louisiana and elsewhere and Texas to get that heavy oil that comes in from Venezuela. That was kind of the way they were set up. And it's really expensive to rebuild these things. You can't just chuck out a refinery very easily overnight. Some came from Mexico and the Gulf of Mexico as well, and that was pretty heavy too. So that's the picture in America. And the
I wonder if they gotta take. You think they take break during hurricane season? Like, man, like I'm not gonna be on no ship going through that path that y'all looking at on the screen. That path right there, that's always that hurricane. I'm not going through that.
You get to
Why?
spinning your damn boat around.
But then I understand if going through land, you know, getting chance of getting kidnapped and P. Diddy and all that stuff, and
I gotta
I'm
put
just
these
taking.
cashew oil. Look,
I'm
I
just
gotta
taking.
put the cashew oil down now because you saying P Diddy. No, no P Diddy. No Diddy. God damn it.
Everybody go, hey yo, Rumble and X got the exclusive going down. P. Diddy
All
style
right.
is going down. Tell you.
No.
I got money demon looking at the culture in the early 90s, like what the hell was y'all doing?
No Diddy, my dude.
What was you guys on?
Mm.
I can't wait till I do that exclusive of that Nick Fuentes interview.
When you
What is
gonna
wrong
cover
with
the Nick Fuentes interview?
Huh?
When you gonna cover the Nick Fuentes interview?
Shit, if y'all got one more in you, I'll cover it next. Stop playing with me.
No,
I
I
bet
gotta get up early. I mean, Money Demon probably could, but I gotta get up early. I got shit to do.
Are y'all going live?
Uh, well, I don't know. You have to, cause I got where I gotta be at is at 8:15. She might be.
Oh, it's gonna be short if necessary. I feel it.
Yeah.
I see what I can do.
I'll probably get her to go on for a minute about, you know, once she get here, she'll probably jump on for about till like 7, 8 o'clock. Or she might be on the way to where we going.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we learned about this oil crew. A lot of people are discussing this. This is probably gonna be everywhere for a second. You know, you're really gonna hear about this back and forth. Trump already hit a couple of ships. But boom, you know, like, hey, Trump, what you over there doing hitting ship? You know, people want to know what's going on. You know, that the Venezuela, then you got the what is them guys up there in Minnesota? Come on,
Somalians?
Brian. Yeah, you got them up there stealing money. You know, you trying to get rid of them.
Shit, the Somalians. Minnesota was promised to the Somalians 3,000 years ago in the Bible.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I ain't pay attention to that one.
Yeah, man.
Somali better bring that up in court.
That's them them big boys. They were them Somalians that wore the diapers, ain't
No.
it? I thought them was the ones that wore diapers.
No.
Some big ass diapers and be in the middle of the range, battling each other. Let me stop. They try to come and get my ass.
I know when I was up there in Minnesota, I was driving with a lady, man, and this was back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So this feud that a lot of people don't know, not some people did know, because this lady was just like, look at them, they just buying up everything, taking everything, and what is most argued is like you just don't want Muslim culture infiltrated into law, because you know they get the right laws put up in there. Hey, you know, things are going to change dramatically, and they do have certain laws that can change things drastically in a section. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they believe in, stuff like that. Not saying all of them. I'm just saying they do have some that can change, literally change the game. Be groundbreaking. Be like, oh, didn't know. Might want to take that back because hey, that was a little too much. Didn't think y'all were gonna go that far. And I think that's and I think that's where people like you should try new things. And then once it goes too far, like, okay, yeah, let's take that back. Cause okay, we tried it, it didn't work. And if you think like that, okay, I'm not finna sit up here and argue with nobody who like, hey, I just want to try this just to see if it's gonna work. Okay, cool, whatever. But when you find out that it don't work, let's not take our time to get rid of it. Let's get rid of it right then and there before it get too far out of hand. And I think that's where it comes down to laws and legislation. Like I said earlier, when Money Demon was around, and I brought him up, I was like, that's why I said I rather for a guy at a grocery store who's done 20 years, who has did the books, did it good, did successful more than a politician person who's probably looking at greed. Just somebody that's down to earth, that's more down to know what's going on. And hey, run for your city, run for mayor. I'd rather vote for you just a little bit more than a politician. I'm not sure if it's true, but I heard something about it might be another shutdown or something. I'm not sure. I think it was just because I ain't gonna lie, I did. The only person I done heard it so far is on TikTok, and I done strolled through here just talking to y'all, just looking for it, and like, hold on, because it popped in the back of my mind. I didn't want to bring it up for real, because yet again, I don't believe it. Here's more live footage earlier of the show that we were talking about when they talk about the flood. This is live. Switching the topics again. I'm gonna bring it up in
They is talking about another shit in June, June or June.
I heard January.
January. Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with a
This
better
is more
rapper.
of the yet again, man. I thought this was live. This ain't live because it's definitely not daylight nowhere in America. It is dark. Definitely in America. Oh yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's dark in America. Coming to America. Huh?
It's 108 up here. I said I need to get my ass to sleep. It's 108 up here.
Oh damn.
I got 4 more hours before I had to get back up.
My bad. Thank you for joining us. Cause it's 10
No,
o'clock here.
I usually go to sleep about this time anyway. I'll be up all fucking like bored as fuck. I don't
Oh
be having shit
man.
to do. I'll
You know
be
where to
up
find me.
chilling. Well, shit, half the time I don't know if you at work or whatever you doing, but I'll be sitting up in this motherfucker like, what time is it? Oh, damn, it's 1 o'clock.
Hey man.
What?
Hey, you know what we do? We do not judge until you leave the room.
You know it.
Hey man, we still ain't wore our shirts on TikTok yet. Enough of us.
I rode it a couple times.
You know, I wear mine too.
I rode it a couple
What you
times.
looking up
I
over
even
there?
rode
What
it
you
down
doing?
in the
What you
front.
working on? What you working on? Look, being nosy. What you working on?
That's why I'm finna ask Money Demon because he got his head down to work for a minute. What you
What
on,
you
Money
working
Demon?
I'm uploading a video right now. I'm sorry that I haven't been fucking participating as much as I should. My bad.
No, we
No, you
don't care.
good.
We don't care. You ain't hurting our feelings. If you working, we just gonna put you on the spotlight though. Huh. You lucky I don't big screen you.
Look, hold on. Let me share an image real.
I'm coming to America.
Stop. It's not TikTok.
Dog, I'm sorry. You know, that's the homie. You know, she the homie.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? I'm gonna confess only over here. I love it how me saying coming to Africa just tease people off. I see no image, Captain. Is he up
It's
here?
funny because I mean you don't be seeing her half the time she jump on, boy. You see her, she look, you'll be, hey. Are you synced Nessa yet?
No.
Hmm.
Look, you're gonna have to kick out the other money demon.
Whoa, shit, what the hell?
Look, that's the video I'm uploading right now. That's just a
What?
thumbnail. That's what I was working on.
Why? What
What
the
is
hell? Why?
what is that?
Why is
That
it?
look
Why
like
it
a
gotta be
model.
so? Why it gotta be so over the top though?
It's a video game. I'm just talking about a video game in this video.
That damn near look like this.
Like I don't want to see that in my sleep at all.
Yeah.
I know that damn near look like this, goddamn. You know, I'm like, look, Money Demon.
Like Jack
I almost
Skellington.
look, yeah, I almost look like this man.
Uh,
That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
yeah. Look, yeah, I'm just talking about this game on the video that's supposed to come out next year, and I'm pretty excited about it. That's from the video game I'm talking about.
Ooh.
Quick little shout out to myself, real quick. Video should be out now. I just uploaded it.
Yeah, dog. I need a minute video. You know, a little intro. Or you can have 30 seconds or something. You can have a little intro up in here. Coming to Africa. Going back. Dude, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna go that far. Cause I'm gonna say, boy, I would fucking learn the words for real.
Coming to America.
Look, see,
Send that to
I'm gonna
me.
add music to it.
Yeah,
Here,
send
yeah,
that
I'll
to me
send it
so I
to
can
you.
put it in my thing.
Yeah, I got you.
Coming to Africa. Going back.
Dude,
Yeah, I think
not
it was the
James
only
Brown.
wasn't that what he okay, was that or was that not what they was imitating? James Brown, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that what we were
That
supposed to
was
be singing like?
coming to America. Going back.
Coming back.
He kind of had the scene of James Brown on there too. He had one of the characters damn near looked like James Brown.
Hey, the fact that you can do something like that, man, I can't. That's why I hope this dude really can edit my video. I said, man, if he start editing my video, but I'm gonna do so much other extra content. Right on.
Who's editing your videos?
This guy at my work. That, like I said, he got to watch it and see if he's able and do he wants to. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? He said he can. I said, I get it. You can. But I'm going to send you a video. Boom. See what you do with it.
Okay.
You know?
Shit, that's what's up.
But at that though, I need to be getting my ass in this motherfucker in this mother brother bed so I can get back up.
Hey, you know. Peace. You know, hey, right on.
You know,
I
I'll
see you.
come through in a minute.
Hey man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to put another. I might do another intro or something. You know, mix some stuff up, do something because you know I got a lot. I got a lot of clips now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I say do what you do, you know, shit. Right now I'm just like I'm in and out, in and out.
Yeah, like I said, X Rumble got that exclusive. P Diddy going down Fridays traveling. I think Thursday might be news and cop, just random news and cop cam. I'm liking how that sound.
That
Liking how
sounds
that
pretty
sound.
cool to me. Cause you know,
Yeah.
like I said, you know, I watch all that shit. I love the cap cam. I, and like I said, kind of remind yourself of putting in a almost got away with it. Cause that's another little story that you can come up with too.
The ones I really like when it comes to the cop cams, I'm not gonna lie to you, and really dissecting is the ones where the dogs up on the scene, because there's it in those cop cam, it's always a line where it seems like the dog goes overboard.
See, I don't really like the dogs because it's like there was
It's
one,
a
I
lot of
think it was in St. Louis, and the dude done got his leg chewed off, damn near chewed off by the dog. And I don't like that. That's kind of like no.
Dogs are dangerous, man.
Yes.
that's why I like doing those talk about those videos the most on her. If you know what I'm saying. But I pick them randomly. You know what I'm saying. I just I'm just going through them. You know what I'm saying. The more random they are, the better they are to us, because then we get to like, ooh, I'm not finna go rewatch them. You know what I'm saying. I wait till that day and then pick the shoes, pick the news, because they random. We get to react to them. We get our natural reaction, which was mwah. And then that's less
like
editing. Yeah.
yeah, like today, shit. This dude came past with this big ass. I don't know what kind of dog it was. It was a pit, but I mean, that dog was too motherfucking big. I don't know what breed it was or whatever, but I know it was a pit. But god dang, I say, man, look, that dog really get out of hand and don't want to listen to you. That dog will underlie you. It was too big. I was like, man, look at this dog. Head was so big. I mean, if it jumped down on you, you know they say pit bulls got lockjaw. So if they lock the jaw on you, you're a done deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been another Burn Live show where we burn through conversation, trying to ash out common sense. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening,
Good
whatever time you're
night.
watching it. I appreciate this. Until next time, good night. Bye bye.